put it that way. So if he's on your bench as an average hitter, it's not bad. Now, I'm not going to say that the bench is going to be good because Colin Moran is there. That's actually, in my eyes, one of the many, I guess. Not many, but the bench is kind of weak this year. I'm not loving it. And the thing like you're saying about Gung starting, to me, did he win it? I don't know if he really won it. I think it was more or less that, Colin Moran wasn't playing that well, and the power's there, but he can't get a hit unless it goes out the fence. So to me, it's like if Gung hits and is a good player, then Moran is on a bench. It's okay, but I'm not fully sold on Gung. There's a lot of red flags, Joe. And the guy went 0 for 4 today and struck out 3 times. I mean, he's striking out over half his plate appearances. That's worrisome.
What was the Major League movie? I think it was Major League 2, where Willie Mays Hayes was hitting the cover off the ball in spring training. They said, wow, he's doing really well. And the manager said, yeah, he's hitting it off guys that'll be bagging groceries next week.
Right.
Yes. And I think even though the business decision was an obvious one, I think everybody would have rather seen Brian Hayes try and figure it out right away, but that's just not how it works. So I think Gung has a history of performing well, and I think they're just going to try and catch lightning in a bottle with him one more time here for as long as we have him.
Yeah, I'm with Jonesy on that too. It's like if this team is going to be good, they're going to have a good Gung there. So roll with them. That's what you got to kind of do.
I mean, they kept this guy after all the trouble he got in. They're not going to not play him.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. And then Eric Gonzalez, is that just another thing? It's like the other options just sucked.
Yes. I mean, I don't, and that's not saying he's good either. I think they really dropped the ball in that position this year. The argument will always be that Bob Nutting is cheap. And
what?
I know it's
whoa! I've never heard of this.
Hot take.
It is a hot take. The people I follow, at least, they're not as important as you guys. I don't know what you hear, but I hear that Bob Nutting is cheap. Regardless, he didn't have to spend a lot to upgrade the position, and they didn't. And I don't know who's to blame for that. I don't know if that's Neil Huntington or the owner, but we're stuck in that position, so why not Eric Gonzalez?
Come on, Eric Gonzalez or Manny Machado? Obviously, you're taking Gonzalez.
I mean, jokes aside, Manny Machado was going to be too expensive.
It's so bad on Twitter. I asked last week, I said, what's a good place to eat around PNC Park? I have to put in every tweet,
oh God,
please don't say anything bad. Please, no negative comments about the Pirates. And then someone said something like, something about nutting and ski lifts or something like that. Or I don't know.
That's
that
why
person may be on this podcast right now.
So I want to apologize.
No, you were fine. Yours was really funny.
Well, that's the funny thing about it, right? I mean, we have a little banner, you got you and us and such, and you knew we were clearly playing around. That's obviously why. No,
you're fine. You're fine. I thought your thing was funny, but then people.
But that's the funny thing, right? So then, we have people coming at us about it. I'm like, Jesus, it's funny how we come out and get these people trashing us because we're too optimistic about the Pirates, and then you say something like that, oh, you guys are trash for a Pirates site. You do talk a lot of. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, you get it from both sides. That's
right. Funny. I'm like, this is clearly satire, but all right.
I'm gonna try that out. I think I'm just gonna mention Pirates of the Caribbean, or I'm gonna get some pirated movies or something like that. And even if I did that or anything like that, I would still probably get something about nutting.
Right. Man,
I forget what I said today. I'm like, it's like I just stop. Just stop, because every single time, I don't even remember what I said today about the Pirates, but automatically there's a couple people that say, well, I just want to let you know I hate nutting and I'm not going to the games. you trying to change my mind? Anyway, no, I'm all angry. Dang it.
Joey Bag of Donuts angry?
Oh, bag of anger right now.
Joey Bag of Rage.
Wow. Sounds like Mike Jones's wife.
It's because he won't take her to Pirate games. So
Maggie Bag of Depression.
Oh, that was actually good. Good for you. Okay, so let's play a little game. I'm looking at projections, and this is actually a little more depressing. Holy crap. Who do you think will have the most home runs on the team? Josh Bell, Polanco, Dickerson, or Marte?
Well, you do know how to turn the listeners off, don't you?
Oh, I know. My goodness.
I mean, I'll start this off. And the thing is, like, if the injury wasn't there, I would say Polanco. I'm a believer in Polanco. I am. But, I mean, he might not come back till May. And then it's like with Bell, I don't know, man. And Dickerson, it's like I'm going to go with Marte out of them.
The answer is Marte for me as well, and I just think it's because he's a better baseball player.
Right now, here are the projections. Josh Bell, 21 home runs. Think he'll do better than that? That's actually a little high for him.
I think that is a fair number for him, to be honest. I mean, he's the everyday first baseman, so he's going to have the most cracks. I think it's a fair projection.
So, from what I understand, his home runs were down last year, but he had other numbers that were kind of good, like his doubles were high, and then a whole bunch of other stats I don't even understand. But it wasn't as bad as it appeared. So maybe Bell will be okay this year, but that's what you say about this entire team. Maybe they'll be okay this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, so like think about me with Bell, and I'm not saying this to trash him. I mean, he's not a terrible player. He is and has been an above average hitter. Now, defense, we're not talking about that. That doesn't count for home runs, so we're not talking about defense. But offensively, he's a bit above average. But like the thing with him is, it seems like he's always been a better hitter when he's making contact and getting on base and not selling out for power. You know, like the 1 year he had power, the numbers dropped. And I mean, yeah, he hit 20 plus home runs, but it seems like when he's at his best, he's hitting away, he's hitting into the gaps, he's getting on base. And it kind of is what it is. So I don't know what Josh Bell we're going to get this year. You know, a lot goes on to the hitting coaches, I think, as well. I'm excited to see what this team can do hitting collectively with the new, the coaches, Eckstein. But like, I don't know with Josh Bell. That's the thing with me. He's another wild card. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. He'll be productive. He'll be at least average. I just don't know which version of Josh Bell we're going to get this year. So to me, that's why I don't know if he's really going to get 20 plus home runs. I think it's almost safer to say Marte of them four are going to get it. Now, if you added Gung, I'd go with Gung because he's going to have he's going to have 89 hits and 89 home runs. So
okay.
Let's book it.
So leadoff hitter.
Oh, absolutely. A wonderful leadoff hitter.
Speaking of Marte, stolen bases above, over or under 30?
I'm going over.
I am too. Speed's still there. Hasn't left him. He has given me no reason to think he can't steal 30 plus.
Speed doesn't slump.
That's true.
Yeah, I think he will be above 30 steals, and he's going to need to be too. I mean, he's going to be the guy that leads the offense, so he's going to have to get on base and do things when on base.
Yep, and it looks like he'll be batting about second, so he'll be on the top of the lineup. Yeah, I think 30 stolen bases. You could pretty much book that.
What about Dickerson? Do you think he gets over 20 home runs?
Ooh, that's a tough.
Let me answer for you. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Like that's another one too. Like he's kind of changed his game. And it's not a knock on him. I mean, 20 home runs, like he might get about 15 to 18 or something. 20 might be a little much high. Like looking at him spring too, even. It's like, it just seems like that's not his approach. He's out there selling out for contact.
Yeah, and I think he should be more about contact, be more about going to all fields, getting on base. I think the Dickerson that I like is just driving the ball and extra base hits, not so much power. I hope that he leads a team in doubles and triples. I'm not so worried about whether he gets the 20 home runs or not.
Elias Diaz, number of unknown viruses over and under 1.
So this is after spring training then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm asking if he catches a cold or something like that.
Because now you have to get two more to have the over, and I'm gonna take that.
Oh man, poor guy. That's terrible. We say he has an unknown thing. Like, oh man. So.
Yeah, I mean the scary thing is, certain unknown things, and it's only one because he's no longer breathing. I'm not wishing that on him, please. No, I think that's a guy who is going to need to stay healthy because the starter isn't.
I mean, if it's not Cervelli, then it's Stallings, right?
Basically.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And I'm
Enjoy
still.
Bags' dog just joined us.
Yeah. That's Actually, she ran away from the room because I just started talking about Jacob Stallings. Because my dog knows that I hate his dad for ruining Pitt basketball. I'm still mad about that, and I will take that on his son.
Yeah, but we could look at it this way though. Without Stallings, would we be in the position we are?
That's true.
Now?
That's true. I mean, basically he took the program so low that they were able to get who they got. So that's true. So on to the pitching. Who leads the team in wins?
Tyon.
Who? Oh, Tyon? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to lead in the team in a lot of categories. I think he's going to have a very good year.
I have heard so many things about basically Tyon, sleeper Cy Young candidate. Basically that he's going to be awesome. Is that what you guys think?
I love Tyon, and I think he can definitely be a really, really good pitcher this year. But first off, wins, such a stupid stat. So you're on my list, Joe.
It is a bad stat, and the problem for Tyon also is getting the run support, which I think is going to be the biggest issue with this team. I think the most positive thing going into the season is the pitching staff, at least 1 through 4, and a rather solid bullpen. But looking at the starting pitching, it's hard not to go with Tyon as the best in most categories right now.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, just to play devil's advocate, I'm going to go with Archer. I'll say Tyon has the better season stat-wise, but just because, wins are fluky and, because Jonesy picked Tyon, I'm going to go with Archer.
Well, there you go.
Who has also looked really good this spring.
They're actually right now they're projected both to have 12 wins and Musgrove have 11. And then
but which one's getting the wild card win? Who's projected for that one, Joe?
Well, come wild card time, they're going to do the starter approach, and like Kella will start the game, and then it'll be Nick Kingham, and then Jordan Lyles, and then.
But what's Kella's thoughts about being the opener?
And we'll never know. When they make that trading deadline thing for Garrett Cole, he's coming back. He'll pitch innings 6, 7, and 8, and then Vasquez will pitch inning 9.
You just broke down the most complicated wild card game ever. The only good news for the Pirates in March. The only good news for the Pirates is I think we got to the point now where Jake Arrieta and Madison Bumgarner are past their prime. So I think we're in good shape. As long
Isn't it sad every time I see Arrieta